The NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America. Game 3-7 Denver Nuggets 1-0-3 Memphis Grizzlies 1-0-2 Final. Game 3-7 Cleveland Cavaliers 8-2 New Orleans Pelicans 1-1-6 Final. Game 3-7 Miami Heat 1-0-1 Chicago Bulls 9-0 Final. Game 3-7 Orlando Magic 7-7 San Antonio Spurs 1-0-4 Final. Game 3-7 Houston Rockets 9-9 Utah Jazz 1-1-4 Final. Game 3-7 Indiana Pacers 1-0-0 Los Angeles Lakers 1-0-5 Final.
NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. The Suns win the opening tip. They'll have it first as we get going in the desert. Booker. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Short jumper won't fall.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Booker. To Paul. Finish that.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
To Paul. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? To Simmons. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Booker. Here comes the screen. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession. No good. That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Plenty of contact. The shot no good. Simmons with it. They lead it. 4-point game. Oh, I missed a short one there. Into the front court. It's Booker. Looking to make something happen. To Paul. Booker to the rim. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Ben Simmons with a piece.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Tobias Harris. Going to launch beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Shoot or shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
The screen sets him up for 2.
I'm telling you right now, with moves like that, scoring is not going to be an issue tonight.
Oh, Ben Simmons. 3 for 3. That's a perfect start.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Throws it up. Flushes down the slam. Ah, Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
To Simmons. And the denial.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Simmons. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
If you're the defender, you can't keep your hand outwards in the pocket of the shooter. The offensive player recognized that. He raked his arms into yours on his way up to take the shot. That's a foul every time.
The mark on his free throw. To Booker. To Mikal Bridges. Ooh, crisp. Chris Paul missed his first. That one goes.
The assist from number 25.
And look out. Big finish at the rim.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Mikal Bridges to Paul. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Old school equals high percentage.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Suns control the possession. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 3 now here in the first. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. To Embiid. Won't go down. Paul into the front court. It's a one-point game, 13-12. DeAndre Ayton to Mikal Bridges. Goes to the right side, trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Number 25. That's his first personal foul.
And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
You never really want to foul a shooter, but if you do, ensure they're going to have a tough time converting. That's good knowledge of personnel.
First free throw is good. Two for 2 on that trip. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor to Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
And he connects on the first free throw.
For the Phoenix Suns, number 10, Dario Saric.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Paul across the timeline. They trail by 1. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Simmons driving, but his shot no good. Here comes the screen. Has a chance. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
DeAndre Ayton to Mikal Bridges. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Here's CP3. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Now Paul with the basketball. Leads a bucket. Joel Embiid swats it. That's out. Last touch by Joel Embiid. The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Mikal Bridges. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Nothing going here on that drive. To Danny Green. The drive, right to the basket. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Look, it's still early. Make your opponent work for those possessions. You don't want to start racking up too many personal fouls.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. Knocks down the first.
Number 12, T.J. Warren.
And he makes them both. Paul into the front court. The lead is 2. Deep right corner to Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul guarded by Howard. The shot almost to Danny Green. Works it up top. To Simmons. No good. Defense catching a break there. Paul with it up top. 2-point advantage. Has a look. Ooh, Chris Paul. 3 for 6 now. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Paul into the front court. Leads 4. 4-3. Knocks it down. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Simmons. To Danny Green. Fires the 3. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 31, Curry.
For three. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximum effort than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw. And he hits the second. Knocks down all three at the line. With the rock, it's Chris Paul. DeAndre Ayton. Gets to the basket and scores.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Paul. Can't connect.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
First quarter is complete. Scoreboard says it's all even. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second.
Tonight, everyone has Green beats up.
Seth Curry to Danny Green. Here's a chance from long range. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Howard. And he's going to the free throw line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
First one goes down. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. Paul, that is great vision to set it up. He gets it.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Paul. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Embiid. To Seth Curry. From long range, Seth Curry off the mark. Good defense. Paul across the timeline. Up by 3. Here comes the screen. Dwight Howard able to recover with the block.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Howard, deep left corner, beyond the arc for three. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the three.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
It's Suns ball. Navigating through traffic. On the basket, but a shot won't go. To Danny Green. Fires the three. Oh, good offense, beating good defense.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Trying to cash in. Taken down by Howard. Seth Curry lays it in.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Paul, guarded by Howard. And he's going to the line to shoot.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Chris Paul has got 2 shots coming. A career 86% from the line. First one, count it. So he hits the first, misses the second. Going to launch beyond the arc. Second effort. Superman, Dwight Howard. He's finally on the board, makes his first shot. Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as he'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time for some new personnel into the game. Daniels, guarded by Seth Curry. To Crawford. And he'll head to the line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Dario Saric, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Sixers have the basketball. A lot of contact, no whistle. And a whistle.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Crawford. Dwight Howard pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Not that time. Harris to Howard. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Dwight Howard at the line for 2 shots. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. march down the first.
For Phoenix, number 22.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Oh, whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Nope. First one does not go. Misses the second as well. No, the Suns come up with the steal. Joel Embiid with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Shot from in close, no good. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And hits the first free throw.
Get it, shoot it again.
Able to convert on both free throws.
Good money.
DeAndre Ayton. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognize how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 4, Phoenix Suns.
Ben Simmons has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down.
For the Phoenix Suns, number 25.
And gets both to drop at the line. Suns with the basketball. Crawford to Mikal Bridges. Short jumper off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that knack that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Crawford. Goes to the left side. Crawford. Jamal Crawford knocks it down with the hand in his face.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, 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 yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Count the bucket for 2.
I know this for a fact, Ed. Ben Simmons wanted to channel his inner Bill Russell during the NBA Awards as he stood up on that stage accepting that Rookie of the Year trophy, looking down at all the people that hated on him and didn't think that after a year of being injured that he can come back and be the one that everybody thought he could be. One of only 7 players in NBA history to lead his team to 50-plus wins while accepting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
I got ball.
Crawford. From the painted area, won't go down. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Cruises inside for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Screen coming. Joel Embiid rejects it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Tyler Johnson sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Simmons, a pass stolen by Phoenix to Mikal Bridges. Paul. Jamal Crawford. He's 2 for 2 now.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range.
Number 25. That's his third personal foul. The Suns.
Tobias Harris is going to get 3 shots here. A career 81% free throw shooter. First try at the line, no good. Second of 3 is good.
For the Suns, number 12, T.J. Warren.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor to Crawford. Paul. Crawford to Paul. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Paul. He was all over him. To Simmons. Short jumper stays out.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Jamal Crawford, 3 for 3 in this first half.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. 4-3. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Misses the first.
Stepping in for the Phoenix Suns, number 23.
Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Sixers control it. Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short arm a shot.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
To Crawford.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you.
Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Yes. Give the advantage to the shooter.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Driving right to the basket. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
And scores. Nice footwork to get around the defender.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
To Simmons. The drive, right to the basket. Simmons driving, but a shot no good. Crawford. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. The shot clock expires. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Number 12, T.J. Warren.
That misses with a second to go. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose and our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. The Suns are locked in a tie after 2 quarters. The long-range shooting has been outstanding, and if they can keep it up, it's going to open up more things for them offensively. These are the guys getting buckets. The 76ers don't have the advantage or the disadvantage after 1 half. It's obvious how these guys scored the majority of their points, and that's in the paint. They did a great job of scoring down low. Have a look at the leading scorers.
Game track. Blocks.
All right, let's be honest. Some of these guys have been getting embarrassed tonight with the way their shots are getting blocked. But you can't deny the entertainment value.
Player of the half.
Simmons has been punishing the rim with a variety of dunks. This is a guy that wants the top play section all to himself. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Probing the defense. He's looking for an opening. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Seth Curry, they'll get it down to Johnson. Missed a wide open look. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Here we go. My ball, my ball.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Unable to connect on the free throw. The pass taken away.
Don't rush this now. The game's been tight so far.
To Booker. Look out, Devin Booker. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Won't go. To Seth Curry. Taken by the Suns. Shot from the lane won't go.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
Seth Curry.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. Simmons with it. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. And stuffs it home.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Howard gets it in the left corner. For 3, Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Curling inside. Booker. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His guy's down by 9. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
The assist from number 12.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. And a nice finish at the rim.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Big pick right there.
to Booker. Dwight Howard tips it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
And the rebound belongs to Phoenix. And counted at the rim.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Look out, Devin Booker. He's now 4 for 6.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Number 24, Chris Paul. And number 25.
Whoa, what a finish. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
To Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker up against the 8-time All-Star. Look out, Devin Booker. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Simmons to Howard. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
To Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul, defended by Howard. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
He throws it down.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Booker. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Devin Booker at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Simmons into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim. Now Paul with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Booker to Paul. Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Paul into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Substitution being made in this one. Tobias Harris sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Booker matched up with Howard. Here comes the screen. And he buries it.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Cashes in for two.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Ben Simmons.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Booker. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
In the front court comes Simmons. His guys down big. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his 4th block of the evening.
And scores. Strong take.
Number 25.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Here's a chance from long range. He still can't find his range from deep. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Easy pass to the rim. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Howard. From long range. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Team foul number 1.
Joel Embiid, couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 77% at the line. First free throw is good. Two for two on that trip. Paul with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Booker. And he hits. To Embiid. Can't miss those. Paul to Booker. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Embiid, top of the key. Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Booker's shot, no good. To Simmons. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Booker to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. To Booker. 5 seconds to shoot. 24-second violation. New blood coming in for both sides. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Phoenix has the ball. Paul to Booker. Sizing up the defense. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
The great defenders, the ones that really earn their paycheck, or the ones that refuse to be screened. You stuck to that screen like Velcro.
Deep three at the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Suns dominating so far. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
Joel Embiid with a piece. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Joel Embiid swats it. Simmons with it. Down a bundle. And scores.
For a smaller player, you have to be more creative with your imagination when you finish with those shots around the rim. For the audience, that may look difficult, but for the player himself, that's what they practice every single day.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Short jumper won't go down. To Tobias Harris. And that's rebounded by the Suns. DeAndre Ayton. To Paul. Short jumper stays out.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Phoenix with it. Paul. Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Rises for the slam.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons to Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for 3. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Mikal Bridges. The rebound taken down by the Sixers. To Tobias Harris. The rebound comes down to Paul. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Into the game for the Philadelphia 76ers, number 20.
He cruises in for two. Too easy.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Can't connect from inside. Seth Curry to Tobias Harris. Now ready for a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Ben Simmons at the line for two shots. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Simmons to Seth Curry. To Simmons. Plenty of contact. The shot no good.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Nothing going here on that drive. Crawford. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Not that time. Ah, no good.
I got ball.
Here comes the screen. Doesn't get the bounce.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket. You're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Time to shuffle things up. Sixers control it. Simmons to Tobias Harris. Fires the three, and he's yet to hit one from deep. It's no good. Mikal Bridges goes to the right side. Here comes the screen. To Booker. Paul. No good. That's great defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Paul to Booker. Dwight Howard able to recover with the block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
to Simmons. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Paul, guarded by Howard. Not that time. Seth Curry to Simmons. Driving right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Sixers with the rebound. Harris to Simmons. Lays it up and in.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
It's Phoenix ball. Booker. That one's going to be out of bounds. Oh, he was wide open. And it's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
It goes down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Paul into the front court. Up a dozen. To Booker. Paul to Booker. Going to launch beyond the arc. Off the mark. No good. Seth Curry. And scores on the Euro step.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way.
Paul to Booker. Here comes the screen. It's Paul for two. Can't connect. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Suns control the possession. Ball driving, but he can't connect. Count the basket at the rim.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Oh, they called the foul.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Paul. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Harris. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Had a chance, but it's no good. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Here comes the screen. Booker to Paul. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Paul shot off the mark. Embiid. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Great look and vision. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Lets it fly from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Listen big. I got ball.
To Mikal Bridges. Paul. Tobias Harris. Pins it. Ooh, 5 now.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Paul the rebound.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Paul. They'll get it down to Booker. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. The pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
It's the Suns with the victory as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The Suns edged out a close victory in today's game. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The 76ers just couldn't close this one out. They definitely put in the effort down low, but it ultimately wasn't enough to turn the tide in their favor. Check out the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Ayton was aggressive today with his scoring, getting his points right at the basket. He put down a crazy number of dunks in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's a view of the upcoming games for the Phoenix Suns. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.